G'day, it is 8:01 a.m. on the 15th of January 2021. I'm beginning my stream an hour earlier than normal because I can. So that's what I'm gonna do. And so because I'm gonna do that, I can, get a head start and work once I finish this. I'll be starting a new mysterious being today. New mysterious being. That's how unprepared I was. I forgot to move my mic. So if you heard nothing, then you heard nothing. But if you heard something, then you heard it. All right, let's actually get started. It's Friday today, which means one primary thing. In a few hours' time, sometime I think afternoon possibly, the first we'll be seeing WandaVision on Disney Plus. Very much looking forward to it. Very keen. I don't want to, have super high expectations, but it's a little bit hard because with all this time we've been waiting for any new thing anyways, at least I've been very keen on what the MCU is planning on doing on the streaming and on film. I have no idea what I think I'm super interested and keen about this because I don't really know what this is going to be about. I just have no idea what it's supposed to be. And that's made me more interested in it, I have zero expectations of it, but mainly because I don't know what it's going to be. All right, let's actually begin. I've been streaming for 3 minutes and I have not sketched a thing. Let's start sketching. So I don't know what time that's actually going to start airing. It might be, in all honesty, it might even be on right now. Let's do that. Let's turn the volume off in case it plays some sound, which I don't want it to. I'll let that load in the background for a little bit. Well, I don't see anything yet, so yeah, it's not on yet, but it will be. It will be because I just clicked on Disney Originals, and I'd assume it would appear there once it's up. So I'll just keep my eyes open for it. But yes, very, very, very keen on it. I'm, as I was saying, I think in the previous streams, I've been streaming The Office. I think I'm on like early to mid season 8 at this point, and it's definitely picked up after season 2, but man, there's too many instances where I'm like, these characters are pretty terrible. Like, it's not terribly written, but more like terrible people. Like, I would hate to have to work with some of the people. That's probably the intention of it. I don't know. It is entertaining just to watch. And again, it definitely picked up from season 2 onwards. But almost done, I guess. I think after this season is one more. And then I can finally be done with it. It's good background entertainment, I think. I should have came to this with a better approach. G'day, War. I'm gonna start again. Because I want to include, like, I had this idea in my head when I was going for a walk this morning, but it kind of disappeared. Same old. As I was saying earlier, I'm not tired, I'm just low energy right now. I'm conserving energy, so when I have to begin work, then I'll begin it. If today's going to be anything like yesterday, I'm probably going to take like an afternoon nap because of the lack of sleep that I've been just generally getting for the past week, which is actually quite nice. It feels super refreshed right after. It's like a nice recharge of sorts. Let me shrink that one a little bit more, actually. It's a little too big. Oh, the beauty of being able to do that. Or as if it were all traditional. You can't just select that and resize it. They won't allow it. It's not a thing. I'm like 12 minutes in. Oh yeah, for sure. I rest when I'm tired. That's the way I do it. Having to work from home. Having worked from home for the past, I don't know, like in general, I work from home. I've been working from home since the beginning of, I guess, my illustrating career, which is, what, 2007? I've never really worked in office or at a location. It's always been from home. So with, you know, having done that, having worked this way, I've always had the luxury, I guess, the advantage, the benefits of, you know, being able to make my own hours, provided that the work and the tasks get done. Now, in saying that, I've always had this thing where if I'm tired, I'm gonna sleep. Whatever time of day it is, there's no reason for me to remain awake or remain up if I have to force myself, because I know myself enough that by staying up, by forcing myself to stay up, I would not be doing the tasks that I need to do at full capacity. And by attempting to do those tasks in an exhausted state, tired state, I would end up having to redo it anyways if I, once I woke up. So I'll just sleep. I'll sleep however long, an hour, 2 hours. That's usually enough. As in, like, for a midday type sleep. And then once I get back up, I'll be good. But if it's a proper sleep at night, it can range. Sometimes I've ran for a full day on like 4 hours, which isn't very good, obviously. But I sleep when I'm tired, so can't help it. So I feel like sometime later today I will probably start feeling a little bit tired, and I will definitely take a nap. Get up, conclude work, all for the better. Get the task done. It's also nice to have a job, to have a task that you need to get done, and see like a finish line of sorts. Not a complete, not like the full completion of the project itself, but like of this part of the project, and seeing the goals and seeing how close they are definitely motivates one to get it done. Not to necessarily rush it, but the light, you see that light in the end of that tunnel, I suppose. I'm enjoying this project that I'm working on, which I can't talk about right now, unfortunately, but like once there is word that I can, that it'll be announced and whatnot, then I'll obviously talk about it. I think the goal is to have at least two issues or something in the can. Oh, for sure. Yeah. I think everybody works differently. Like back in the day, I used to have real trouble like taking a nap. I'd never been able to take a nap. It would always be like every time I would close my eyes to rest, it would just be sleep. Like I remember a few years ago, it's like, oh, I'm gonna take an afternoon nap, like maybe a quick half hour. Ended up being a good 5 hours, and I was like, great. That was my sleep. That was my sleep. And you know, it sucks, but that's how it was back then. But now it's like, yeah, I'll have the alarm, but sometimes I'll even just get up and wake up prior to the alarm going off, which is good because it's like my body understands, it knows. Although sometimes, like, it's weird because it's not like I plan it or anything, but my body seems to understand or know when it's the weekend. Because, like, even when I want to wake up earlier on the weekend, it'll just sleep right through anything. Which kind of sucks because it's like, while it's the weekend for most people, it's still just another day for me. If I have a project to complete, you know, deadlines to meet, then I'll have to do it still. So it is weird. So hopefully tomorrow I'll wake up on time. I would like to I may stream again tomorrow, even though it's a Saturday for me, and I know I'm not really scheduled to stream. Like I say this, I'm not going to guarantee it, because like last week, even though I mentioned that I may stream during the weekend, I didn't. But those are just bonus streams, I guess. I consider any stream in the weekend a bonus, because, you know, so provided I do the 5 days in the weekday, then I've met my schedule. I'm actually, to be honest, I'm pretty surprised that I've managed to stick to it. And I know it's not even a big task to stick to, but streaming's been actually quite good, because again, it's like, because it is a warm-up for me, then I use it as an actual warm-up. It gets my hand warmed up, so I don't have to rush anything. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to even look that good. I'm just moving my hand so that I can, you know, prepare it for when I have to actually begin the job. And so far, so good. However, I look at the task that I'm doing, like once I finish the actual warm-up, and I'm like, I kind of wish I treated the job as I do these warm-ups, in a sense where I try my, you know, I'll try to make it look good, but I'm definitely a lot more looser on these than I am. A lot more looser in my attitude to these than I am to work. I'm like, I don't know. Insomnia doesn't sound pleasant at all, and I'm glad I've never had to experience it, so I do sympathize with anybody who's had to go through that, because it doesn't sound pleasant at all. But I can't relate, because I don't really know. I think the longest I've stayed awake was due to just losing track of time, in all honesty. But not because, like, I couldn't sleep. I felt that if I actually were tired, I could probably fall asleep, not a problem. I'm going to change up the one in the front. I might keep his head like this, but I'm going to switch up his body. Give some more space on that end there. Give some more space, move that, shift that guy at the back so that he's a little more here. I think I'd rather lose days of sleep, hours of sleep in a day than days of sleep in a week. I mean, just basic math. It's a little bit, it's definitely better. It's definitely better. If that looks fine, I can't really tell. I'm gonna try something when I color this. I may try, yeah, I'm gonna try something when I get to that stage, which will probably be tomorrow. Because it's already 23 minutes and I'm still doing like my loose sketch. Base sketches are done, obviously, which is good. I can't even tell. I can't even tell. How do these guys' hands look? He's got really big hands. I'd like to draw the feet, but I don't think it'll work. But if I just rotate that a little bit, give him some variety. There we go. There we go. Where is it? That's all right. G'day, man. Yes, indeed, at least for me. It's 8:24 right now. Friday of WandaVision Day. Yes, very keen. Very keen. I need to figure out what time that actually airs today so I can make sure to take to schedule a break then, or I could basically make sure to clear up, at least get a head start and get far enough into work to permit myself some time, a break. Bloody crows. See, what sucks about this one is that they kind of come in threes because they're known as the three crows. But because of that, I have to basically draw three crows. This is what it looks like when you have a plan and it changes dramatically while you work on it. So you have to shift it while you work on it. It changes. That's what's happening right now. It's not very fun, I will give you that. But it's what's happened. So, no choice but to go with it. No choice. Very keen. Wings. Wings are annoying. Alright, I can't be bothered doing any more of this. Let me actually start doing the lines. What's the date today again? 2021. Ooh, no, that's too many twos. 15. 15. What's the character? Three crows. Alright. Time to start laying it out. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to ink this with the regular method that I've been doing, because they're primarily made up of what, three colors, including the eyes, which is fairly simple. Good thing. What am I naming that? Lines. Main. And then details. I could do it. No, I'll separate them. I think that's probably for the best. So that when I start doing the shading and such, it'll help out. Yep. Let's make that one red. Let's make that one black. Okay, let's actually begin inking this thing now. What pen will we use? Milli pen? No, let's just use the felt. I used the felt. And I used the felt at 3 pixels. Which is not very large, but sometimes I feel it's too small. But once I enlarge the file, it'll work out okay. I'm not sure if I explained what my regular steps are for this, or just general. Kind of have like a standard process of things. So I actually I draw most things at 150 to 200 dpi, and when I begin colors, I will enlarge it to 300. Now, because I use the what is this? I draw my lines on a vector layer. I can enlarge the lines and not lose anything. Sometimes, if I even feel like it, I will draw at a lower DPI, like 100, and enlarge that to 300. But the lines often never turn out as good, obviously, for obvious reasons, right? but yeah, it's a method that works, and I don't lose anything, which is, you know, the reason why I do it this way. I use a felt pen at either 1.5 or 3 pixels wide. So again, like once enlarged, once I shift the DPI, it's a good size. And yeah, sometimes I will do it in, I guess, layers, as I was explaining then, the lines. Like right now, I'm essentially outlining it in separations. What colors will be separated, so that it assists me when I have to do flats, because flatting is annoying and I hate it, and it's my least favorite thing, and I wish I didn't have to do it. It's the part that often takes the longest, say when doing comic pages. So now what I'm doing here are the details, the inner lines, I suppose. It just appears red. Just I'm not actually drawing it in red. It just appears red. I just shifted the colors. I just shifted the layer color so that I can see what my detail lines are for now. But when I actually, like, when I'm using the lines for the color, I'll change them all into like a gray, or like a brown almost, depending on what the mood is, what the lighting. When I say mood, I mean the lighting. For when I get the colors, sometimes it'll be like a blue-gray. Sometimes it'll have a dash of violet in it. Sometimes it'll be like really warm, like just a warmer gray, or even brown, as I was saying. It varies. And then that is the layer settings will play a part when I get to that stage, because my style really, it's a lot of like color holds are involved. Not often, not all the time. Sometimes if I don't feel like color holds, then I'll just leave the line art pure black, which is refreshing. It becomes refreshing for me when working on a piece like that. But I have to know it from the beginning, I guess, whether or not it's going to be. It's easier to convert a piece from originally using color holds into one that uses just solid black lines than it is to go vice versa, because color flats, like doing the flats, would have to be shifted if it's going to be a piece that has color holds, which is why my flatting color flats take so long, because it has to be somewhat, it's a tedious task, because there's more things that I have to cover. I have to be almost a little too precise, I say. And I'm sure if I was a little more relaxed with it, it'd kind of go unnoticed. But because I notice it, that's enough for me to work that way. And it's shitty, because then it's more work for me in a way that I've kind of gotten myself into. Oh, Manuel, if all things go according, I should be working on some of the Patreon rewards this weekend. By this weekend, I mean my Sunday, which is probably your Saturday, or Sunday morning, I don't know. Did you want me to stream it live, or do you prefer to have the regular where I just record it onto and just upload it onto YouTube. It's entirely up to you. That makes sense. But well, that's everyone has their methods. It's I have a method that I've been working with and have like adapted into what it currently is for years now. It's just it gets the results that I'm after, and it works. It's again, if it's I worked for the results. Now, if I can find if I can somehow maneuver a method for myself that will get to the same results, then I will go that way. If I mean, like, I'll only stream it if I know you're going to be on. Otherwise, I'll just record it, I guess. It kind of makes the videos more, I guess, special for Patreon. Because as you could, like, as you know, I've got a ton of videos that are on Patreon that aren't public at all. Lots of pieces that are mainly the reward tiers. Oh, I should actually, which reminds me, I should post the color versions of one of the poll results from last month, or 43 minutes. I think I'll be able to finish the lines today. I'll refresh this page often today, I think. Yes. I might have breakfast today, actually. I might have either breakfast or like an early lunch. You know what? I'll just record it. I think it's better for me that way. I tend to get things done quicker when I'm not streaming it. I don't exactly know the character. To be honest, I don't remember which character you've even asked for. So it's going to be a pleasant surprise for me when I have to do some, when I have to look for references for it. But I'll make do. Oh, my nose is so itchy. I think I'm not sure if I have a few more I have to do. I think most of the people have requested upgrades, so that I'll be working on them most likely next month. Yeah, I'll have to. My brain's kind of been scattered whilst working on the project, so I'll have to reread some of the messages and emails to find out what format I'll be doing these rewards for. I'm not sure if they're like primarily headshots, or if there's a couple that are even going to be like busts or torsos. But I'll look into it. Is that even right? I can't even tell. I hear the bird and I hear it in the distance. I think it's shifted from outside my window to a tree that is a little bit further from my window. So I'm still hearing him or her do his sounds, but I'm not. It's not so close right now. Ah, biscuits. His beak is supposed to be in separate too. I knew something was wrong. When the hell is the next chapter of One Piece? Actually, it's Friday today. Did I bloody read? Did I miss something? 14. Oh, I didn't. I did miss it. There's a new kaiju number 9. Oh wait, it's... Damn it, it's just one of those filler chapters. That's fine. It's a kaiju showcase. I kind of like that, to be honest, the whole break where you just get a bunch of pinups. It's a nice, you know, it's obviously beneficial for the artist, but it's also a nice breather for the reader. And it's one of the mangas that I read. All right, I'm gonna say this, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to follow. But I'm gonna pick up a couple of reads on the Viz app. I mean, I have a bloody login. I may as well use it. You know what I mean? Yes, I that chapter was bonkers. Chapter was wicked. The combination of Genos and Drive Night was nuts. And obviously, you know, Tatsumaki going nuts. That was sick. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah, I loved it. I saw it and I was like, that is sick. That is sick. Because obviously that never appeared. And if it did appear in the web version, I don't remember it. It's been so long. But that was pretty hype. After seeing it, I was like, man, Murata is just a beast. But I gotta say, like, while I know a lot of people have complaints about the pacing of this this monster arc featuring Garo and whatnot, but I quite like the pacing because it's like really there's time to breathe and there's a lot of showcasing of the other heroes, which is really nice. And like, we haven't seen any of like the dudes go crazy. You know, any of the monsters, any of the mysterious beings going nuts. Because you know, like, I'm not sure if you've read the actual web version, the web comic by One. It gets wild. And I can't even imagine what Murad is going to be doing on his version of it, on his take. Because if it's anything like what he did in that recent chapter, it's going to be wild. Wow, I might not even be able to finish the line art in this stream. Then again, it kind of makes sense. I did go back and forth a lot when drawing the layout for this. See, there's parts of that where I'm like, what is that? Like when they were looking through the hole, and then they focused on that giant silhouette. I don't know what character that's supposed to be. So, lot of cool things, happening. Very much looking forward to the next few chapters of this. And you know, anything Murad is always a nice treat for me. I'm not even sure what the latest volume release for the English version is. I might have to look into it later so I can order it. See, that's the thing. Orochi never really... Orochi's destroyed. He was just completely wiped out. I think this is like something else completely. I mean, it might be setting up something for the new arc, but then that would, if that's the case, that's deviating quite a lot from the web version. And I don't know if that's like, so far they haven't really deviated from it. They've like, Murad has expanded on things, but never deviated. Which is fine, because I've got tomorrow. I think I might eat. After this. I think volume 23 just came out in Japan. It's the one with there's like a glare on Saitama's head on the cover, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to check what version what release I have. That's what he's been doing. I kind of love that he does that, where the front covers all kind of connect, but then that actually spreads as well to form the back cover, or like it just does that pull out thing where the main cover and then the jacket, the dust jacket, have its own image. I don't know, he's bloody crazy. Bloody crazy. I'd hate to have to plan something like that, but then obviously there'd be like months. It'd be months ahead. I don't even see what the hell I was sketching here. Okay, I see it now, I guess. So I've got about 3 minutes left of streaming, and I will continue this tomorrow. Again, I may stream again tomorrow. I'd like to stream again tomorrow, but if you don't see me on, then obviously I will continue this on Monday. Ooh, nope. Mm-hmm. Yeah. See, I love it how it's just yeah, that short webcomic that he did where it was just the folding, the using the folded edges for perspectives and such, and I'm like, this is just like creativity is formed out of boredom and whatnot, but this is just, what the heck. That shit was wild. And obviously there's, those techniques have been applied to a lot of the One Punch Man covers and such, but obviously at a grander level. I'm like, man, he's treating us to some gold. All right, I got about 1 minute. Like that. I miss him. I'm just like, he's just a beast. He's a beast. That's why he's art god level to me. God level tier. He's beyond S tier. All right, I'm done for today. I'll be back again tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then on my regular scheduled days. Thank you for joining. And yeah, if I don't see you on the weekend,